Buddy, it's me, Cisco. Just thought I'd let you know how I make my brisket. Of course, I do it out in the grill. I smoke it slowly over coals with wood, but here's the rub I use. Okay, so I use 3 parts ground black pepper, 2 parts regular table salt, 1 part of this Tabasco spicy salt. It uses sea salt as well as some, crushed up Tabasco peppers. And I like a little bit of the sea salt, but I don't like too much of it. So that's why I only use 1 tablespoon of that stuff. I use 1 tablespoon of onion powder, 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, a half a tablespoon of ancho chili. It has a smokiness that I really like. And then a half a tablespoon of chipotle. It has kind of like a sweetness, sort of. It's really nice. You get some old shaker, like you see sitting there right next to the bowl. And you pour it in there, and that helps you shake it onto the meat without making a mess. I got my brisket over here, and I cut the end off and let it drain the blood out so you don't make a mess all over the kitchen. Your wife yells at you. I'm going to go ahead and rub it, place it on a rack, and after I rub it, then I'm going to inject it with some beef broth. And that's really helpful because then you get juices inside of it so you don't dry out your meat. Put on the smoker, let it sit for about 275 for 2 hours, fat side up, and then another 2 hours, fat side down. The meat's already been cooking. I cooked between 250 and 275 degrees with charcoal and wood, which you can see I put some big wood bricks there that they burn slowly. I soak them for a little while so that they make more smoke, as you can see there. They got a nice little bit of char already going. You can see that. As I said, I cook the fat side last. So in other words, I cook the meat side, that's the meat side. So I let that sear nicely. I flip it over, and now the fat side's underneath. So if the fat side burns and stuff, who cares? Nobody eats that anyways. It's really there to protect the rest of the meat. I injected it with some beef broth. I got one of these dual temperature remote control thingies. It's freaking awesome. It's made by ThermoPro. It'll tell you the temperature of the grill and the temperature of the meat. You see my grill's at about 233 degrees. Of course, it's open right now, so it'll probably be a little bit hotter once I close it. And right now the meat's at 78. We want to let it cook low and slow until it gets to about 150. Then I'm going to do the Texas cheat, wrap it up in aluminum foil. And I'm not sure if I'll leave it on the grill or if I put it in the oven. We'll see. That's about it for now. Everybody, this is the last bit before I throw it in the oven. That's right. I'm a cheater. I put it in the oven. But look at the bark on this guy. Oh, yes. Got a nice char all over it. As I said, I got coals and I use wood. I've been continuously keeping the grill at about 250 to 275 degrees. You can see the fat's starting to melt real nice now. The internal temperature is about 155. And again, I use this dual thermometer, one that measures the temperature of the grill, the other one the temperature of the meat. I'm now going to go put it in the oven after I wrap it up in aluminum foil with a Texas cheat. 250 degrees in the oven. It should be ready once it gets to about 200 degrees internal temperature of the meat. So now it's ready. Oh yeah, baby. Look at that. Nice char on it. The fat's on top. And we're done.